Hello there, and welcome to Club PlayStation. This is a new weekly podcast. Myself and Dan Lyons at Naughty, Naughty Dogs for Life. Naughty Dog for Life.
Naughty Dog for Life, yes.
There you go on Twitter. And I did start Club Nintendo about a year ago. Then a couple weeks ago, got an Xbox, a Vita, PlayStation 4. So I'm loving these Sony products, and had to talk to someone about all things PlayStation. So
And why not anyone but the enthusiasts of the best studio on PlayStation consoles?
Oh, absolutely.
So
I'm
why
really
not?
excited, Dan. This is awesome. I'm super excited for Club PlayStation. I was
Great.
first off shocked that there's, as far as platform-specific podcasts, there's not a ton out there. There's the general video game podcast, and then there's a couple specialty ones. So this is one of the new specialty ones. Yeah.
Yeah, there really isn't. The PlayStation brand for a long time recently has been the neutral console. It's been Xbox and Nintendo at each other's throats for the fanboys and everything. And PlayStation, they either had it or they just didn't. They just pretended it didn't exist, and it's a shame because the PS3 is like one of my favorite consoles of all times.
Oh, sure.
And it has tons of great JRPGs. Naughty Dog's one of my favorite studios, right up there with Nintendo and Platinum Games. I just love their work. They just have tons. The PS2 was a great console, so getting all those PS2 HD remasters on PS3 was really fun. And I hope PS4 they continue the trend with PS4 remasters for PS3 games, and hell, even PS2 games. They're doing it with Ratchet and Clank. They're making it look like a PS4 game, which is going to be cool.
That's cool, because I've never played a Ratchet and Clank game.
So I hope they keep that trend up, but I still want to see new stuff, which they're doing, like The Order 1886 and Uncharted 4. As a huge of an Uncharted fan I am, I'm excited for it. I got the ring right here from Uncharted, so...
Very nice. Yeah. So, Club PlayStation, we're going to just do similar to Club Xbox, Club Nintendo. What we're playing, kind of the news, and just jump topic to topic as we see fit, I guess, you know. So, I want to start the show with why PlayStation? Why is this a platform we decided to spend some money on?
Okay, so do you want me to answer that first? Or?
Yeah, why don't you kick it off? I know your handle says a lot about this one.
Yeah, well, I think my name alone, Naughty Dog for Life on Twitter, gives it away. But I will say, before I had a PS3, I was a huge Nintendo fanboy. I refused to play anything else. I absolutely despised Xbox. I didn't care for PlayStation. I didn't really think it had potential. I didn't think it had games or anything. But it wasn't until I saw an Uncharted 3 E3 trailer till I wanted a PS3. I instantly got one. I got into some older stuff because of one of my friends who I talked to on Twitter. He got me into the Jak and Daxter series, which was Naughty Dog, and then I was already impressed with the Uncharted 3 trailer. I said, okay, this studio is really cool. So I bought Uncharted 1 and 2 before 3 came out, beat them, bought 3 on day one, loved it. I was already playing through the Jak and Daxter series at the time, and I did like the Crash Bandicoot games, because, you know, Crash Bandicoot's like Sonic and Mario. People know what it is.
That is the saddest story of, let's just kill off Crash Bandicoot and never see him brought it back again, because
they didn't want that to happen.
Game, I would have gone to PS4 much earlier if there was a new Crash Bandicoot.
Well, I will say they've been talking lately, and I do think something is up. I think Sony's trying to get back Crash Bandicoot. I think it's going to happen. But
how did they lose it? Like, that'd be like Nintendo losing Mario or Sega selling off Sonic.
It's not like, it's kind of multiple people kind of owned the franchise at the time. It wasn't like 100% Sony's.
Like how did they let that happen though? It's mind-boggling.
It's just like one of those things. It's just like, it's kind of like America. We don't lose any war except for Vietnam. It's just kind of like that stuff. Naughty Dog, awesome, kicks ass at everything except court cases when it comes to losing Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah,
their franchise that made you big. But
it's just
it was a Sony mascot. But it's a shame. But he will come back. I think he will.
Now, those games are not on the PlayStation, as I'll call it, virtual console. The Crash Bandicoot games. Is that because of licensing that they haven't been able to put those on Vita?
I don't know why they're not on Vita, to be honest, but they are on PS3. Really? I have them all.
So if I get a PS3, I can play the original trilogy of Crash Bandicoot games?
Yeah, you can. They're not on PS4. Then
Yep.
again, PlayStation 1 Classics aren't even on PS4 yet. I'm dying for that to happen.
Now, PS3,
Assuming-
it's a digital release, or did they package them?
They are a digital release only.
Okay, that's
They're
still good.
They're $5.99 each, so it's a good deal.
Oh, because they're like $20 to $30 each for the PS1.
The Spyro
disc.
games are on there too.
Yeah, the PS1 discs. I looked at this because I have a backwards compatible PS2, as all of them are, I believe. And the discs.
I
are
wouldn't know.
They're so expensive. Those discs. They're like $20 to $30 a piece.
You know, I love how the PS3 is backwards compatible with PS1, but not 2.
And if you have the big fat one, it's backwards compatible with 2, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's odd.
But it's a software backwards compatibility. So they just took out that software feature because it's not a hardware thing, to my understanding.
I don't know the full details on it, so I'm not going to pretend I do, honestly.
Yeah.
But I have no idea. But I'm pretty sure it has something to do with that. Watch someone correct us and say, actually, you guys are wrong, blah, blah, blah. It's like, okay, I don't really care. Just
Yeah.
But
So I've never owned a PS3. I'm looking on eBay. It seems that between $100 and $200, you can get a used, pretty good pristine condition with like the Blu-ray drive swapped out recently, PS3 original, the beautiful spaceship design.
well, the super giant fat model. Oh my god,
The
I can't
piece of
stand that
art. The
thing.
piece of art.
My
yes.
neighbor has that thing, and it's just like, why is that thing? Why did they think that was a good design? That
Now,
thing's like,
visually, do
ugh.
you like it? Because I think it looks kind of.
I think it's ugly. I think
Yeah?
it's ugly as hell. I can't stand the original PS3 model look.
So I've been debating. So you have Super Slim, you got Slim, and the original. The Slim is the most reliable model, to my understanding, but it's not backwards compatible. The Super Slim is loud, but pretty reliable. And the original,
I don't think the Super Slim's allowed.
that's what I've been hearing as I've been searching for like what's the one to get, and people are saying the Slim is the better one. But
I've had experience with a Slim and a Super Slim because my friends have Super Slims because it wasn't really until the Super Slim, for some reason, until people started jumping onto PS3. It took Sony a long time to catch up with the Xbox 360 in terms of popularity, and they finally did.
Price. I mean, it's
they're tied at
so
82
expensive.
million right now.
Yeah.
Well, they're same price now, I believe.
So they're at 82 million,
So-
and then what? Wii's at 100 million. Is that right?
Well, 82 million. The Wii's at like 101 million, I think.
So it's pretty safe that those two will never catch up. They won't sell. another 20
101.
million.
The wonderful 101. Okay.
Yeah, there you
I
go.
don't know, I had to make that connection.
Yeah, I don't think it's conceivable that they'll sell 20 million over the next whatever many years. I mean,
Of PS4 or
PS3 and Xbox 360. I mean, I bought a PS2 just last year on Amazon. Brand
well,
new.
sales are already going down dramatically for Xbox 360 and PS3 because everyone wants the next gen consoles, which is something that really annoys me about this industry now. Is they are literally selling these machines off the fact that they're just more powerful, and they're releasing the same exact games, barely any exclusives right now, and it really bothers me. And here you've got the Wii U, that the media just shuts down, that has actually fully launched next gen.
Yes.
Like, you can't... Nintendo's not making games for... well, then again, Sony and Microsoft aren't making games for Xbox 360 or PS3 either. It takes a long time to develop these, but there's just nothing available right now. And the Wii U was like that at the very first, but within its launch lifetime, this holiday season, the Wii U still had more games. So it just really bothers me to see how dramatically these things are selling. You'd think they would have such a masterpiece library, but they really don't have anything.
They're buying into the future, Dan. They're buying into the future.
Yeah, well, I mean, it makes sense. I mean, you can argue a console is a long-term investment. That's exactly what it is. So, I mean, it's nothing wrong with buying now, but it just irritates me that the Wii U is not really selling, but these things that have really no games yet, not until next year or end of next year. To be nice,
the Wii U, you got Wind Waker HD, which a remake, but a really older remake. You got the 3D World, you got Mario Kart, you've got
Donkey
Wonderful
Kong
101, you got
101,
Donkey
my
Kong,
favorite game.
Pikmin,
Wii U game.
Pikmin,
Pikmin 3,
Rayman Legends. That's the best version for Wii U, I'd argue. I mean,
it definitely is.
yeah, I'd
It was
argue.
ported to the other ones, so.
I'd argue there's a good 10 to 20 games for Wii U that are kind of unique experiences there.
That's another conversation. Earlier this year, Rayman Legends was ported to the PS4 and Xbox One. They're doing that a lot too. They're doing a GTA 5 at the end of the year. They're just porting last gen games. So
now, as someone that didn't own last gen, I'm excited because I'd never played GTA 5, never played Tomb Raider, never played any of the Halo games, never played pretty much all these remasters like Last of Us.
You said you were telling me earlier you skipped the PS3 and 360, so you have a lot to catch up on, and the fact that you're thinking about getting a PS3 will help, but they probably will eventually bring the Uncharted series to PS4. It's their biggest place. It's the biggest PlayStation franchise. So
I figure I have a PS2, I have a PS4. Let's get a PS3. My PS4 controller will work with it. And I can use if I get the original. Dan, this is the most exciting revelation I had today. I was Googling PS4 controller to PS2 adapter. They don't really make that at all. But the PS3 now works the PS4 controller, and I can play PS2 games with my PS4 controller, which is the best controller they've made.
I like the DualShock 4. Honestly, it's a really good controller. I actually am impressed with all the controllers this gen. I love the Wii U gamepad. I love the Wii U Pro controller.
Mm-hmm. With
I
its
love
80-hour
the DualShock
battery
4.
life.
I love the DualShock 4, and I honestly I like the Xbox One controller.
Now,
they're all really good controllers.
I've always been really critical of Sony controllers because they basically took a SNES controller and let's throw on D-pads here, and they just seem to have been putting stuff on at all points in the equation. But they spread it out, and the distance elongating this has made it much more comfortable and actually sensible controller design.
I know this isn't related, but Zelda, I have it now.
Very nice.
Oh my god, I love it.
Beautiful gamepad. Now, the light bar. What are your thoughts on the light bar on the PS4? Are you enjoying that part of the controller?
You mean the battery life of the DualShock 4?
The light bar.
Oh, the light. Oh, I thought you meant the life bar, as in the battery life. Which is
we'll get to both because they're both kind of interesting topics to bring up.
I haven't really experienced anything with the life bar yet. I haven't used my PS4 as much as some other people.
Yep.
I only got like a few. Whoops! I only got a few retail games. I got like Tomb Raider, Infamous Second Son, Knack, which I just bought for half off.
All pretty good picks there. I'm playing Knack right now.
And I'm waiting for my my friend to come back from college to co-op this with him. I also got Watch Dogs on PS4, which I can't find for some reason.
As you're playing Destiny beta over these next, I guess, day or two until it closes out, the light bar is used in really cool ways where when you have the golden gun ready to use, it's like a time, it regenerates. Your light will glow gold, and it kind of reminds you if you forget you had it.
That's really cool. One thing, actually, let me grab my DualShock 4 real quick.
Yeah, sure.
It's only right here. I got this stupid wire wrapped around it because you always have to charge this thing.
Yeah, another thing with the light stuff, when you're in caves and stuff, using your flashlight with your gun on Destiny, it'll turn into a big flashlight and just feel like you're in the game, and it's a really cool sensation.
Well, one thing that I find odd about this is when I'm playing a game, I have it down by here, but you see, I don't know how I can just notice this light from just looking here.
I guess my angle is different when I play than most people, because I don't know, I'm kind of like this, It's pretty...
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't play like this. It's mostly, like this for me most of the time.
Well, as of lately, all my gaming has been like this. Laying in bed, off TV play.
There you go.
That's been all my gaming lately.
I'll tell you, Knack is fantastic on the Vita because the controls of Knack is just joystick and 2 face buttons. It doesn't use anything else from the controller. So if you're looking for a great
it doesn't use any of that, of the L3 or R3 or the touchpad stuff.
No triggers even. Knack is the best game to do remote play because the controls are just so great.
Well, that is the game they showed off at E3 was Knack. I know Knack had a really tough grading.
Critics hated it. Yeah.
And I think part of it was they tried making classic PlayStation title. I haven't played it personally, so
It's a lot of fun.
who knows? I could end up
yeah.
end up hating it by the time I play it. But
7 or 8 chapters into it out of 12, to my understanding, is how many there are, and I'm enjoying it.
I mean, I looked at some of the gameplay, and it did look kind of bland. I understand what they're saying, but at the same time, it reminds me of a classic PlayStation platformer. And, you know, I don't mind that. And it looks really, visually, it looks really
Beautiful,
good.
yeah.
I will say, it's not something, at the time, I was judging based off, I would not pay $60 for it. And I did.
This was a GameFly rental for me.
Yeah, like, you know, I wouldn't pay $60 for an AG personally. But then again, who knows? Maybe I'll love it after I play it. But
now,
I paid $30 for this.
Yeah, that said,
Once
this
they got a
was
price drop.
a rental, but with save files being in the cloud after I finish it, if this goes on sale on PSN for a digital release, I could see myself buying it for real at $30 or something like
I
that.
think they'll eventually give it away for free on PlayStation
That would be great, because I'm enjoying it. You know, I'd like a digital copy when I ship this back at some point. So the controller itself, the touchpad, it's a huge button, and
it's just in the middle of the controller. I mean,
yeah,
it's just an extra button. That's all it really is.
I think of this button as like a modifier key. Like on computer gaming, you have like the control and command buttons and stuff. It feels like I'm command copying, you know, command C, but command square to do modifier keys for controllers. So it's kind of cool in that way. And Infamous uses the swipe feature of that as well.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. It does. I did play Infamous a little bit. I played it for like 6 or 7 hours. I'm nowhere close near the end, probably. But you just like swipe to break down doors and stuff. And in Killzone, you like swipe up to use certain, or swipe down or left or right.
It seems to work all right. I mean, it's you don't want it overused, but when it is used, it's all right.
I think that was because Sony was asking their developers to try to put the touchpad in and everything, and who knows, maybe Uncharted 4 will use the touchpad. I honestly doubt it. I think Naughty Dog is going to focus more on concluding the Uncharted series, because they're really making it sound like it's the last one, which really bothers me, but at the same time doesn't, because that means they can either focus on a brand new IP or The Last of Us 2. Which they already have coming up with ideas for, so it's they already said it's a 50 out of 50 chance of it happening.
It made buttloads of money, so of course it's gonna get us.
Made buttloads of money. Not only did it's honestly like it's so successful now they're making a movie. It's just crazy.
Yeah, so Uncharted movie got a release date of June 10th, 2016. So
yeah.
You think the game will come out that same year?
I do not. I think the game is really going to come out in 2015 because Naughty Dog has this pattern of releasing their new game every 2 years.
Okay, cool.
Every other year they release a new game. This year they're releasing a remaster, so I don't really count that as, but Dan, you're wrong, because Naughty Dog's releasing Last of Us Remastered in 2 days.
Is Naughty Dog doing the work on the remaster, or are they outsourcing that?
They did the work on the remaster. They actually they did that all themselves. They started it right after it was a huge success within June. They started developing in June. It's like, okay, we're gonna make a PS4 version, and they did it 1080p, 60 frames per second. They added a new photo mode, which I'm gonna have a lot of fun with that personally. I watched a tutorial video for that. And it was really awesome. I mean, I'm just going to have tons of fun with that. It'll just add a new experience for me, for someone who's played The Last of Us 8 times. So
yeah. Now the other Naughty Dog games, have you played them that much, or would it be something refreshing to go back to Jak and Daxter and the old Naughty Dog games for you?
I've played every Naughty Dog game except for the Crash ones. I've only beaten them like once, and I actually have not played Crash 3 yet, which I hear is the best one. But then I hear people say Crash 2 is the best one. Then I hear people say Don't Make Me Choose. Then I hear people do that with the Jak and Daxter series as well. In Uncharted, everyone says 2 is the best, even though I think 2 and 3 are equally good. 2 a little bit better. I'm a little biased towards my fandom for 2 because of the city you run them through. It's just fun. But I go back to Jak and Daxter and Uncharted all the time, mostly Uncharted. So I play Naughty Dog franchise all year long. It's really hard for me to get back into Crash. It's kind of weird because they are really good games, but Crash 1 is so freaking hard. It's not only is it so freaking hard, it's just when I played them when I was a little kid, I loved them. But now that I'm a little older, for some reason, they don't click with me, which is weird because I still play Mario.
Yeah.
I still play Nintendo franchises, and I love the hell out of them. And I get annoyed that people go, "Yeah, oh, well, you know, you're not a kid anymore. You're an adult. You shouldn't play those." Just like, wow, aren't you ignorant? Like, what
Yeah,
makes
you should not
this...
enjoy Pixar films because you're an adult. It's like, no.
It's just like, it's the same thing. Like, I had a therapist tell me I shouldn't play Pokemon because I'm an adult. It's just like, it's for 8-year-olds. I'm just like...
It's for people that like to have joy and fun.
You see, I'm gonna keep my mouth shut because then you're gonna like put me in a psych unit for the next thing I'm gonna say. So I'm just like, I'm done talking to you. You're pissing me off. So, but enough with annoying people stories about my Nintendo fandom.
So back to the controller itself, battery life. How is it that Sony, Microsoft get about 10 to 15 hours if, on a good day, and the Wii U Pro controller gets a good 80 hours? I mean, is it the smaller design? What is it about this thing?
I don't know. I mean, honestly, I don't know. I'm not really a huge tech guy, so I can't really explain that, but this thing dies in a few hours all the time. I always charge it. I'm sitting here. I was playing Watch Dogs, and I'm just like, oh, look up in the right corner. Are you kidding me? I just charged this thing full. It's just like, why did it die? Why is it dying again? So I had to go look for the core.
PS3 controller has a better battery life, to my understanding. Isn't like it's 25 hours or something, right?
I don't know. It's a long ass time though, because I only charge it like 3 times a year. So
yeah. So
as of lately, though, my controllers need to be charged more. So I think it's my controller getting old or something.
Yeah, it is a very premium feeling controller, both the Xbox One and the PS4 controllers.
Oh yeah, I love them. I love them. I mean, I don't even really like. The minute I held this in my hand, I was just like, I want a shooter to play. I just want to test it out because maybe it was the controller that shut me off to them. No, for over the years I've been trying to give shooters a chance because first-person shooters nowadays are big, especially on PS4 and Xbox One. Mm-hmm. Actually, mainly just that. I mean, all they get on Wii U is Call of Duty, but that's besides
I play Ghost on my Wii U's. I felt great because when you play multiplayer with Wii U people, you can suck and still have fun.
Yeah, it really depends on the crowd. I mean, like, I was over at my friend's house, and he was playing Black Ops 2 on his PS3 a few years ago, and the people were just such scumbags and so annoying. It's just like, oh my god, I can't stand this. And then you go on to the Wii U, and they're just Nintendo fans who enjoy Call of Duty. It's really cool. I love the Nintendo community. I use Miiverse all the time. I mean, despite the 10-year-olds who just are, will you be my girlfriend? And there's this guy I watch on YouTube who does a That's on Miiverse thing, and he takes the dumbest, he does the dumbest post, and he makes fun of him, makes skits out of him.
I did a couple videos just showing off the art of Miiverse, because this is art that's going to get lost as it just scrolls through time. And there's some beautiful stuff being created.
Oh yeah, that's why they made Art Academy Sketchpad. So, I mean, like I was saying, I really do like the community, but part of the reason why I don't really play shooters on PlayStation is because the kind of people you play with, I'm not compatible with them because I don't know, they're just kind of douchebags in general.
Now,
same with the Xbox in general.
So the first thing I did was turn off the anyone can chat and talk to me feature of Xbox One, because all these 10-year-olds in Garden Warfare were just very annoying coming through my speaker.
Well, actually, I never did. When I was playing Titanfall on Xbox One, what ended up happening was I just started playing with people. I get a few people, I just like, oh my god, this guy's annoying. And then I get some 10-year-olds, I'd mute them immediately. But then I met some really cool people through Xbox One with Titanfall. That's cool. And that is like the Titanfall, GoldenEye 007, and Call of Duty Black Ops are the only first-person shooters I've played online ever.
I think Destiny...
repetitively,
I think Destiny is going to be a good one for you, because I myself, terrible at first-person shooters, not good at them. The co-op nature of this, the missions, at least the story mode, is a lot of fun, because you're working with...
Well, it's more of an RPG. It's not really a mindless military shooter that everyone likes, like Battlefield and Call of Duty, which I don't care. I mean, I'm not saying it's wrong to like those things, but to me, I just don't like those things. Sure. I need something way more, and and I was bashing on Destiny on Twitter all week, but it wasn't until last night until I went to my friends and I said, "Hey, show me your Destiny beta profile." I mean, I've been bashing on this game, and I really do want to give it a chance because my
It's
PS4
fun. I like it.
isn't really going to have anything this year. So I would love to pick up Destiny for my PS4, but I'm not going to pick it up just to pick it up. I have to want it. So he showed me later on. He showed me he was like level 6, way in, and it was really intense. And I really went against one of my only rules here, where I don't judge a game too early and you give up. And that's what I did with the beta, because I didn't like the alpha, and I played the alpha a lot.
Did you experience the alpha and beta primarily as a single-player experience?
Yes.
That's where you went wrong. My first night with the beta, it was just me. I didn't try to connect with anybody on my friends list.
Well,
And
we'll have to play. We'll
yeah.
have to play Destiny tonight.
Absolutely.
We'll
The
have to
moon
do that.
mission opens up in 1 hour, and it's up for 2 hours. So 5 to 7 p.m. tonight, the moon is up.
If I'm even allowed to go on it, I'm only level 2. I don't know if there's
Okay.
any limit. of
Maybe
what
you're
you
allowed
need
to
be.
join me if I go and we're in the fire team. I don't know.
You're like my passport in.
Yeah.
This is my kid. I'm bringing him to work today.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, the first night, I couldn't get back past the second level because the boss kept killing me, and in that area, you have to restart the whole thing because no respawning there unless you have multiplayer. So the multiplayer nature is really impressive.
Well, I've seen videos online. I've seen E3 presentations with a multiplayer that sold me on it. Just hearing all my friends getting it makes me want to get it, but at the same time, it's just like, will I really be playing this? That's the question. But I think it's all. I think if it came out any other time period of the year besides early September, I would not even bother playing it because I have so many other games to play in October. Sunset Overdrive, Bayonetta 2. I'm probably gonna replay Bayonetta 1 again, remastered on Wii U.
Yeah.
Because that's just gonna be fun, and why not Nintendo costumes, I guess. Even though I'm more interested in just because it's a badass game.
Yeah.
Fantasy Life on 3DS, like. There's so much crap, and I know that's not even close to all of them. This October is crazy this year. So.
Are you excited for Alien Isolation? Is that on your list this year?
No, it's
No?
not. I'm not really an Alien guy.
Okay.
Considering
I got
the last
the
one.
I got the Alien egg behind me. I'm a huge Alien fan.
Well, you must have been disappointed with Colonial Marines yet. Then.
It didn't come to Wii U, so I couldn't buy it. I wanted to buy that crappy game for Wii U, so I could experience the crappiness that it was.
Well, you should thank. I believe it was Sega who published it, right?
Yeah.
Was it Sega? Okay. You should thank Sega for not bringing that to Wii U.
Because I would be disappointed by how that is.
It would just be another bad game, and if there was some idiot out there who takes all Wii U games and takes the Metacritic scores and averages them all together, the Wii U is this good, and then that 2.0 would bring it down a little bit. So
But yeah, Alien Isolation looks so good. They're doing it true to form of the original Alien movie.
Is Gearbox making it?
I'm not sure.
Didn't Gearbox? Wasn't it like Gearbox who made Borderlands? I don't know who does Borderlands.
I have no idea. I'm brand new in all this other weird console.
Yeah, I think it's Gearbox, and 2K publishes it. I believe Gearbox also did Duke Nukem Forever. LOL. That's another famous modern game that flopped like crazy and was awful.
Yeah. So the week Destiny comes out, it's going to be quite a conundrum because that's the same week Japan on the 3DS gets Super Smash Brothers. So I don't know if I'll buy Destiny. I have it pre-ordered, and
oh yeah, you're getting the Japanese version.
So Destiny's just gonna sit on my PS4 while I'm gonna be playing Smash Brothers the first week of Destiny's out.
Yeah, that's a shame. I mean, doesn't it kind of make you want to wait for the October one?
Not really.
Oh, that's one I missed in October. That's what I was missing. Smash 3DS.
Yeah. October's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be great.
Well, you see, I'm going to be playing, like, Fantasy Life, which is like a RPG Animal Crossing. It's literally what it is. It's a new IP from Level 5. Nintendo's publishing it. So, I'm getting that. I'm getting Sunset Overdrive, because I need something for my Xbox One.
Yep. And Halo, probably.
Well, Halo's November, so... And I don't know if I'm going to pick that up, because I got Little Big Planet 3, Captain Toad,
Bottom line,
and Smash.
there are so many games
Pokemon
coming out, and I'm not going to be able to... First off, I want them all, but I'm just going to buy them as time allows for, because I'm not going to have a huge backlog of brand new games that I spent too much money on.
Yeah, I do that every year. I have a huge backlog of games, and I play about half of them.
Yeah, I'm figuring I'll wait till they're on sale and get them then, and get the ones I must have immediately. You know,
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely getting Smash for both consoles.
for sure.
I'm definitely getting Pokemon Ruby remake, Omega Ruby.
Yeah,
So I mean, I have priorities of my Nintendo fandoms, but I am picking up some PS4 games this year. I'm picking up Destiny, even though I've been kind of against it lately. I am gonna pick it up. I'm picking up Little Big Planet 3. I might pick up Plants vs Zombies Garden Warfare.
I have that on the Xbox One. Really solid. Really
Is
fun.
is it worth it?
Well, I paid $24 for my copy on the Xbox Digital
Well,
Marketplace.
it's only $30, I believe, on PS4.
Is it?
So.
Okay.
I think so. It's 30
It's
or 40.
It's a $40 game normally, for Xbox at least.
Okay.
But it's a lot of fun. It's just it's fun to just hop into for a couple minutes, you know, to do a match or two.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I'm thinking about picking it up because there's really nothing coming in August, and that's the only thing I can think of. Well, there's other things coming in August, but I'm not interested.
Now,
Like-
Rogue Legacy, is that a game that you've played? I've heard amazing things about that.
I have not played Rogue Legacy, but everyone's making a big deal about it, and it's part of that PlayStation pay to play or whatever.
Yeah,
that Play
there's like
25th.
Yeah,
It's
there's
that
like-
thing they do every year.
Mhm.
They do it every year. It's for buy 2 of these indie games, you get this much dollars. Buy 3, you get this much dollars. Buy all 4, you get like $10. I know.
Yeah.
They do the same thing. They did it for like DuckTales Remastered, Cloudberry Kingdom, and a few other games last year.
Really?
They did it the year
Nice.
before. So they do it with indie games every single year. So I don't know if I'm gonna participate this year. I don't think I bought any of the games that they did last year, but I am gonna look into some of these indies because I love indie games. So
Yeah, Rogue Legacy, I've just heard such good things about it. I have no idea what it is, but you get 20% off on pre-orders if you're a PlayStation Plus member.
which actually brings up to another conversation. I noticed this last night that the PS4 is just doing everything the Xbox 360 did. Getting
What do you mean
tons
by
of
that?
indie-
Say that. Yeah.
It's easy to develop for. It was a cheaper console. Oh crap! The other comparison, indie support was really good at Xbox 360 at first.
Mhm.
It's just really doing things, and now basically they're targeting Bungie's Destiny because Bungie's
Yeah.
known for Halo,
Yeah.
and just getting exclusive content, PlayStation only, making it pretty much a Bungie studio. Bungie Studios pretty much joining
That's what it
Sony
feels
if you
like.
think about it. And they have exclusive partnerships with Bethesda. They say we're supposed to have an Elder Scrolls Online beta for PS4. That was promised at E3. We haven't heard of E3 2013, but we haven't heard about it since then. And I'm pretty sure they said that they have other future Bethesda games. I don't know if The Evil Within has exclusive PlayStation stuff. I don't think so.
Now, my experience with PlayStation Plus has been a bit mixed. The first week I had the PS4, there wasn't really anything on sale except for a buck or two off indie games, and during that same week, I was able to get Titanfall for $20 off digitally. I was able to get Plants vs Zombies like $15 off, and Forza was on eBay as a digital code for like $29. And what else? Wolfenstein was $20 off as well digitally, and PlayStation Plus, you get $2 off this random indie game. But this week they've kind of sold me over again with their superhero deal. So Injustice is dirt cheap, as are the Lego Marvel games.
Well, I will say what makes PlayStation Plus so great is instant game collection. Instant game collection is kind of slowing down because they're supporting 3 platforms, but back when it was just PS3, it was phenomenal. Like,
Yeah.
basically you would never have to buy a game again after, you just paid the $50 a year. You got so many good games. Like, I have such a big backlog just from PlayStation Plus titles.
Yeah, I just want more. I want more retail games. I got a brand new console. I don't want to play some, indie game as my main.
That's what I was
game.
saying like earlier. I think they're going to bring Knack to PlayStation Plus.
You think so? Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if that's before, if that was caught in the stream or that was before we started recording. I said
Yep.
that, but I did say that I think they will bring Knack to PlayStation Plus for PS4 owners. I'm I'm pretty sure they're going to do some more first-party PS3 titles. Same with Vita, but as of right now, they're starting to do a little more indie stuff. But as of right now, they're kind of taking an Xbox approach where they make all the games available right away for the whole month before they spread it out for the month.
Yeah.
The 2 PS3 games, 2 PS4 games, and 2 Vita games are available every month, and they usually announce it.
Strider's been a lot of fun. I'm enjoying that.
Oh, that's cool. I have it on my downloads list, which is what I do with almost all my PlayStation Plus games.
It annoys me that both Xbox and PlayStation force you to buy your free game. I wish you just automatically do that and not make it a bad experience of me having to buy it for free.
Well, I mean, it's kind of an extra promotion because honestly, the only reason why I bought PlayStation Plus before was for instant game collection. And obviously, I took advantage of the sales. I mean, I've saved tons of money through PlayStation Plus, but basically, I'm really impressed with the competition. How they fixed Xbox Live Gold, made it so you can use Netflix and everything without Xbox Live Gold. That took them forever. I mean, that's something PlayStation had a huge advantage on for a long time, but they fixed that. They added deals with Gold. They added
the deals with Gold is just blowing my mind. This week sucks, but every other week has been 50% off Tomb Raider digitally, and some awesome deals like that, you know.
Yeah, that's really cool. They also did, now they've got Games of Gold, which is something that's kind of,
yes,
which is, yeah, I ended up buying that for Wii U. I actually did not redeem that yet. I'm not redeeming my deals with Gold games. I'm just too lazy.
Wow.
I'm just too. Well, my Games of Gold, I should say.
Yeah.
Not deals. I'm too lazy to get on my Xbox One just to redeem it because I don't want to hook it up because I know there's a big giant update I have to wait for.
Okay, so you're sitting plugged in right now, your Xbox.
No, it's not. It's actually over there. But even when it was in the other room before I had to move back in here, it wasn't plugged in anyways. Once I was done with Titanfall, I'm pretty much done with it until Sunset Overdrive. So.
Wow. Yeah, Xbox One. So we should put this in this first show that I started off life as a Nintendo guy, and up until recently I've been all Nintendo. And Target had like a 20% off console sales, so $320 for PS4 and Xbox One, and I got a Vita that day, so I'm brand new into all these new ecosystems.
Jeez,
so.
you have the full next gen lineup. You got both next gen portables. You got, jeez, Tim, you're kicking ass.
I got them all. I'm all set for the next gen. You know.
Well, actually, I got them all too. I have a 3DS, a Wii U, a Vita, a PS4, and Xbox One. So, looks like we're gonna be having fun over the next 5 years.
Yes, we will. And I'll say the Xbox One is the box that is always turned on because my Apple TV goes through it, and I'm able to control my volume of my receiver through it, and it's got some games that I'm enjoying as well. But the PS4 is a great experience for games. I'm not using it for anything else but games, but the games I'm playing are a lot of fun.
Yeah, I don't really use any of the Music Unlimited or Netflix on it. I use Netflix on my PS3 downstairs. I just watched Breaking Bad with my mother because, I wanted to show her that show because it's like my favorite TV show of all time. It's my favorite TV show of all time. So so basically, I don't really use anything on my PS4 right now. I'm barely using it. But when The Last of Us Remastered releases in technically 2 days now because today's almost over.
Yeah.
When it releases, I'm gonna be excited for that because everyone who's touched it is hyping up how the 1080p 60 frames per second make a big difference, but I really didn't think they would. Has all the DLC, the photo mode, which they finally showed.
What is
showed
that?
Off a
Explain
tutorial.
what that is.
Basically, you can pause like within games and change angles and make a funny photo. We'll make a photo, and you can like change the texture. You can and everything. It's just really cool. And you don't have to do this in a separate mode. You can do it while playing the game. So if you're in front of a clicker or something, and you just want to get like a close-up shot of him for some weird creepy reason, you can. You make it all edit in like scary and stuff. It's just.
Can you share that out via Twitter? Is that right?
Yeah, you can use the share button on the PS4 remote and
that is really
share it out
handy.
after you're done.
Yeah, the share button.
It's exclusive to the PS4 version. It's actually kind of cool. We're getting something exclusive to the PS4 version, and other than updated graphics. So.
And some new guns and stuff, some masks for multiplayer.
Oh yeah. They said there'd be some new skins and stuff for multiplayer, just for the PS4 version, I believe. I'm not that that's a reason to get it. Honestly,
No, not at all.
my reason to get it is because it's a fantastic game. That simple. I mean,
Yeah.
and I'm willing to double dip for it. Sorry, triple dip, quadruple dip, and whatever 5 is.
Did you buy like
And
every
6.
copy of the game?
Sorry, being a
Wow.
fanboy there.
That's pretty great.
I have
Are those Europe editions?
yes. This is the
I
Joel
saw the
edition.
age rating being European.
Yeah, this is the Joel edition, and this is the Ellie edition. These are 2 European collector's edition. I haven't opened them yet. And
Are
I'm
there
not
game
opening
guides in
them.
there? Looks like it'd be big enough for a book.
There's guides in it. There's an art book. There's... Hold on, let me read the back. I'm not opening it.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a steelbook case, there's a poster, there's a comic, there's a custom skin for your DualShock 3. There's a Little Big Planet code for a Joel costume. But back, you can actually just buy that now, but back then, it wasn't for sale.
Gotcha.
But unfortunately, I couldn't redeem it anyways, because it's a code, like, region locked for Europe.
I got you. Yeah. Unless you had a European PSN account.
Oh, actually, this is actually embarrassing. My mother is calling me. It sounds like an emergency.
Okay.
What do you want to do about this?
I will edit it in the audio version, but I'll just leave the broadcast going and just start talking.
Alright, sounds good. Alright, distract whoever's here.
Okay.
If someone's here.
So,
What?
yeah, apologies about that interruption there. I will do my best to edit this in the... I will definitely edit this in the audio version here. So, this is the time of the show to get refill on your water or beverage of choice.
Hey, I'm sorry about that. My mother fell
Oh,
and spilled crap everywhere, and I had to clean it. So,
ooh.
so
She
you want to
alright?
just continue where we're taking off?
Yeah, she alright?
Yeah, she's fine. So, so she's fine. Yes.
What's this wet crap in the hall?
I don't know.
We'll come down here and look at it, fix it. I don't want it on the wood floor. I don't understand what
I'll be
that
back
is.
again.
Okay. Yeah, no worries.
I guess I missed a spot.
Okay, no worries.
Spot somewhere in the hall. It's a matter of cellophane. Where is it?
I don't know. All right. Now leave me alone, please. Okay, I am actually back for good. I'm sorry about that.
Okay. Okay.
I was not planning on that happening, and then again, my mother was not planning on falling.
Yeah.
So.
No worries. I'll edit that out of the audio version here.
All right. Well, that's good.
So, Last of Us multiplayer. So Last of Us multiplayer. They're adding some new stuff, but is the multiplayer any good? Is this a single player kind of game, or is the multiplayer actually?
I say the reason to buy The Last of Us Remastered is for the single player experience. That alone is worth it. But I've played the multiplayer, and it's really fun. It's really unique.
What do you do in it?
Well, you're on a team of other survivors, and you go around, you craft your own items. It's basically the game. You got to play the game to understand it, but with a team. And I haven't experienced all the modes. I've played it for like literally. I'm gonna be completely honest. I played it for maybe an hour.
So it's not a shooter.
It's more of a tactical online game.
Okay.
It's you have to. It's pretty much The Last of Us Online. So for anyone who's actually played the campaign will understand it.
Okay.
You go around, you stealth around, you use items, you use in The Last of Us, you craft items. It's my one topic that I don't really know that well when it comes to The Last of Us, because I just love the campaign so much
Okay.
that I just like.
The campaign has replay value in your mind.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
For 100%, obviously, just replaying it in general, and
Okay.
I just love it personally.
Now, something about PS4 and Xbox One and other consoles, it's baffling to me that Nintendo is the only one with an activity log of here's the games you own and have played, and here's how many hours, and here's your average gameplay time. How is it that Sony doesn't have something like this?
I don't know. I mean, I can
Seems crazy.
counter their argument by saying, why doesn't Nintendo have a proper account system yet?
Yeah,
So, I mean,
that's
like-
a good point. But yeah, I'd love to know.
So I mean, like, why don't companies do these things? I don't know. I mean, I don't know what their reasoning is. I'm not them, but it's just kind of ridiculous in my mind that there isn't an account system on Wii U yet.
Yeah, that is ridiculous. But in my mind, Nintendo's so backwards that they're at least they got this advantage over the other ones. Me versus.
They're working on it, though. I mean, you got an actual username now. The 3DS and Wii U are connected.
Your Mii will sync. So that's important if you want your Mii with the same clothes, you know.
Yeah, so I mean,
You're speechless.
So
on that
the-
one. Yeah.
so there's so they are working on it, but your software you purchase is still locked to the hardware, which is something the Xbox One and PS4 fixed with 360 and PS3.
Now, say I buy 5 Vitas. Can I load those 5 Vitas with the same digital games and play them simultaneously? Say I had a family, and all kids had Vitas.
No, I don't think you can. No, because
So
you have a certain.
it's not like an Apple iOS device where you're able to just do crazy stuff like that.
No, you have a limited amount of PlayStation devices you can download certain content for.
But if say you lose your Vita, you can force a relink to a new console without having to have the old one handy.
Yeah, you just need to know your PSN, and you can sign on, and you can just unactivate the old one to your PSN.
And then your old Vita gets wiped from those games. Is that how it works?
I don't know how it works personally,
Okay.
but I think they'll be unplayable even if they're downloaded.
Yeah.
If you unactivate your account,
And
because
connect
you
to
have
the
a certain
internets.
amount. Because a few years ago, they used to allow anyone, like, this is back when I got a PS3, like, my friend had Little Big Planet 1, and she just let me sign on her account. I downloaded Little Big Planet 1 for free, and then I had my friend sign in her account, and then he downloaded Little Big Planet 1 for free, so they realized people were doing that. So basically, I think they limited it to 2.
Yeah, Xbox One has an interesting license philosophy for digital. You have 2 license keys for every digital game you buy. One for your home Xbox and one for your profile. So you can share your entire catalog with one person, and only one person, if you have it set up properly. And it'll just unify it into one big library of available games to download. It's kind of interesting how they do that.
Yeah, I mean, it's just something that I've wanted Nintendo consoles to do for a long time, is because it was new to me when I got into PlayStation, which is how I entered new consoles in general. And honestly, I don't regret it. I love PlayStation consoles. So, but I also, like, that's just a huge thing of mine, is the whole downloads list and everything. Like, just, being able to sign in my account and I got all my games there. Like, I don't have to worry about my console breaking and it being locked on the
You
hardware.
have cloud saves, so even if your hard drive fails, who the heck cares?
True. I mean, get a new one, fix it, whatever the hell you want, and it's all in the cloud. So
Now the PS4, I've noticed a problem with its USB port number. They have 2 ports, and if you go the PlayStation route and get their official headset, the gold headset, it uses a wireless dongle for USB, and you have at all times in most PlayStation 4s a charging cable for this / your controller, right? Because the battery dies. So hard drives, I'm not sure if external hard drives are ported, but if they ever are, you're gonna run out of ports.
yeah, I'm not really big on PlayStation accessories, because I just buy the console and buy games for it. I don't even own a headset for my PS4.
Yeah, the reason I got this, I got this yesterday actually. Price matched at Best Buy for a good price. But
Cool.
the reason is my setup is I've got a studio I live in. It's not very big, but it's basically split in half with the surround sound setup designed around the first half of the projector. So when I'm back, I can hear the sound, but it's totally not optimized for a good surround sound setup. And it was mainly for when I'm in this half of the room, I can get great audio through the headset. So, and
I know they're really good. You get what you pay for. They're really good headsets in general, but I'm not really an online gamer much. The only game that I've been playing online lately has a very stupid voice chat option, and that's Mario Kart 8, because you can only chat
During the lobby.
I
want to yell at you when you blue shell me.
And then when the game starts, it cuts off, and I don't
Yeah.
think even if you have a headset for Wii U, you can talk. It's just
It's
the
useful
dumbest.
for a select
That's,
few number of games.
They need to fix that with Splatoon.
Smash needs it, and Splatoon needs it.
Yeah, they need to fix that, because honestly, that annoys me. Because I want to talk to people when I'm kicking their ass in Mario Kart.
I have to Skype people when I play Mario Kart.
Well, actually, when we play Destiny tonight, I'm probably going to have to Skype you, because I don't have a headset in any way. So
One came with your console.
I don't even know where the hell that went, and I could never even get that thing working.
Oh, really? It worked for me pretty easily. But the reason I use these more as just earphones rather than... It has a mic in it, of course, but I was playing Knack with these, and wow, it sounds great. And like Infamous and Watch Dogs, there's special profiles that you can download to this that are optimized for that game. So the sound design of the game actually has a profile just for these headphones, which is really amazing.
Okay.
So that's the main reason, but it is a microphone as well.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like I don't have any accessories for the PlayStation console, so I'm not really, I don't really know. Only one I have is the PlayStation camera. I bought that specifically to stream games with Twitch.
Yep.
So
Yeah, there you
that's
go.
exactly, that's the only reason why I bought that one.
Yep.
Which, you know, and I found it for like $40, so it was like 10
So you got
bucks
that
off,
recently,
so.
right? That was on sale this week for like 40, right?
No, I bought this back in May. I found it.
Oh, nice.
I found it for like $10 off, so I said, okay,
Very
I'll
cool.
buy it. And I was gonna buy one anyways. You know what's dumb? GameStop is selling the camera for $60. Everywhere else you can buy it $50.
And GameStop doesn't price match at all. So I my de facto place is Best Buy because they'll price
And they
match
said,
everywhere.
and they said, and I asked them about it. They said, yeah, Sony raised the price. I said, okay, checks Amazon, checks Walmart, checks Target, checks everywhere else. It's $50. No, you raised the price. Don't lie.
So at Disney's Magical World, you could buy the digital copy for $5 less than the retail price at GameStop for the game because they raised the new price by $5
Why?
because they're GameStop. They
What?
do whatever they want. Remember with
They get away with it. They get away with it too because they're the only game store.
and
the
Nintendo's
only legit game store.
Wind Waker statue.
Yeah, it was.
They raised that by $10 from the suggested retail price as well. So they do whatever the hell they want. They're GameStop.
I know. I hate that because Nintendo's like suggested retail price $55, but you can only buy this at GameStop. GameStop's like, okay, cool. Then it's
We'll
$60.
do 100. Yeah. They could have. Yeah. Now let's go ahead to the Vita a little bit. I got this guy in, and I have the original
Where's
Vita.
mine?
Do you have the original OLED screen or what?
Yes,
model
I
do you
have the Vita that everyone should have, in my opinion. This
I
one.
was very nice. Yeah, I was very excited because my Target had 5 of these original 3G Vitas.
You got a 3G. That's the one I want.
3G is $160 with the discount that day.
Dude, I got this for $250. Well, my mom did.
Yeah.
For me for Christmas. And this is the Wi-Fi only. And you know what? I want the 3G because
Yeah.
I want to play PlayStation Now games
That's gonna get expensive.
out in the middle of nowhere.
That's gonna get expensive. You can do remote play. I don't think over 3G. I think they disabled that on purpose. But it's basically 2 gigs an hour, is my understanding, for remote play. Is the bandwidth
Okay.
it uses. But yeah, the Vita. It's a nice piece of hardware here. It's the back touch. I'm still getting the feel of how the heck this works, and I do accidental input on there a lot. But yeah, the screen is beautiful. I'll tell you, Knack and some of the other games. Wow, it's stellar.
I will say though, I've used remote play for the Destiny Alpha, and I was shocked how well it was working. Like
It's magical. It really in my setup.
it is.
In my setup, it works extremely well. Not as well as the Wii U because it's just not
It's
as
not-
yeah.
it's
Because
not,
well, I mean the
you
buttons. The buttons aren't. You have different buttons, right?
Yeah, some of the games that you play are debatable if they're even worth playing on remote play. But like you said, a game like Knack that doesn't even use the triggers in general is a perfect game to play on.
Yeah, Knack is a
remote play.
2-button game, or I should say, you use all 4 face buttons and then the joystick. So, but yeah, Knack is perfect for that. But there wasn't any lag or anything like that. And I've heard if I go to my mom's house in Indiana, it should. If I have good internet on both ends, it would work. That is mind blowing.
Really?
Yeah, it will connect over the internet. It takes longer to connect, but it should work. And you'll have mixed results, of course. But
So does your PS4 need to be in standby mode?
yeah, standby mode, which it always is. I never turn that thing off.
Yeah, I do too because I take advantage of. I always use the internet browser to buy my PSN games. I just go, okay, download the PS4. My PS4 will turn on or just stay in standby mode and download it.
Now that is magical. Like you say you're at work or whatever, and you know digital games, like a 20 gigabyte game, you don't want to come home and spend the whole night downloading a stupid game.
Yeah,
So,
that's really cool
yeah.
because you can download it while you're at work all day.
Yeah,
So
it's so great. Yeah,
That's awesome. I mean, you can download it from the PlayStation app on your phone or on the internet browser at your
now,
work or
do you have an
wherever
Android
you
phone
are.
by any chance?
I have a really, really outdated, crappy one that's not even in service right now. But
So my question is, on iPhone, they force you to go to when you click Store, it opens up Safari web browser. On yours, does it actually have a built-in store into the Android app?
from my Android phone is nothing like regular Android phones. It's
Does it
out
run
of this world.
the app or no?
It does the Google Play Store. That's what it
Yep.
does.
Okay.
That's what it uses is the Google Play. So, but then again, I don't really use my phone for anything besides talking and texting because it's just one of those
Yeah.
things where I just have it for a minimum requirement. So,
Sure. Now, one of the things that just baffled me when I first got this Vita, the Vita in my mind is Sony wanting it to be a purely digital system where you don't really buy physical games. But
that's what mine is. I got two. I got the Jack and Daxter collection for Vita, and that thing sucks. Oh my god.
But by default, they don't give you any storage. I couldn't. The first night, I could not download a 5 megabyte indie game.
That's why I don't feel bad for it not selling because what they did was where is it? Somewhere in here.
Do it the iPhone method. Put 128 gigabytes of internal memory or something like that. 64 gigs.
I don't even know where the memory card is.
It's in the top slot. So you have the top slot here. One of them's your physical game. One's the memory card.
Are you sure?
Or it might be on the bottom. Oh, actually, it's on the bottom, isn't it? Yes, it's on the bottom.
It's on the bottom. Yeah, some plug or something.
What is that other one for?
I have no idea, but they literally require you just have one of these stupid SD cards of their own. You can't use any old SD card you get for $20. No, you gotta get one that's like $100 if you want a good amount of memory. It's just like
Yeah, I paid $66 for 32 gigabytes. That is ridiculous. I could have bought like a 1 terabyte drive
so
for my PS4.
if you think about it, I bought this for $250, but I had to buy a $100 memory card, so I paid $350. This is a $350 portable system.
Yeah. It's crazy. The memory on this thing makes its digital thing a headache.
So it has awesome RPGs, awesome indie games, some good first party titles, and it's useful for camera, blah blah blah. But
it's my remote play device because that doesn't take a memory card.
But for what they make you pay, it's a joke in my opinion.
Yeah, totally. It is ridiculous.
It's a complete joke for what they make you pay. But I have enjoyed games on it, and I don't regret buying it, but I regret buying the memory card.
Well, you need the memory card because it's useless without it. It's such otherwise, you're buying. For me, it would have been I'm buying a $160 controller for my PS4 using remote play. That's what it would have been.
Would you even been able to use it without that memory card?
Yeah, that worked. I did that the first time.
Okay. Okay, so that is a huge thing they're pushing is they're making this thing an accessory for PS4.
Totally. It's your gamepad for PS4. It's the Wii U gamepad, but for PS4.
Except not as cool,
Not as cool and doesn't have all the buttons you need. Did you see them making a design of this where they put all the buttons that are on the PS4 controller to make it even better for remote play? Would that happen?
I can see them. Actually, I'm curious. What is this? Did you notice how you can plug something in on the top there?
Yeah.
What if they put something there that you can plug in that has the triggers or something?
Like with 3DS, you got the Circle Pad Pros.
Well, they just make it so you plug something in there, so you got the triggers you need just for remote play.
That would be hilarious.
Because remote play is a big thing, and honestly, that's actually what kind of sold me on a PS4 on day one. Was, okay, I'll have another use for my Vita.
Yeah, totally. If you already had a Vita, it's great, and that's the reason I got the Vita. It's like, oh, remote play. Let me try that out. It seems cool. And Tearaway was another reason I got the Vita because I heard that was so good.
Definitely.
With Destiny, it's kind of cool because one of the motions you do is either like a face palm force push or like a stabbing with a knife, and that they don't have a button for. What you're doing, instead you're stabbing the screen, and it feels really visceral where you're stabbing your screen, and it works, I think, for the melee attack in Destiny.
Oh, okay. You see, I did it with the Alpha, but I don't remember what the controls were. I just remember I was lazy and I didn't want to look at the TV. I wanted to lay in bed, so I just
Yeah.
got my Vita and I some PS4 Link, and I was like, okay, this is awesome. I'll do some Destiny beta while I lay down. It's kind of how I play Mario Kart all the time now. Is I just take my gamepad and I just play Mario Kart while I sit at the computer. So I barely use a TV compared to my Wii U or
Yeah,
PS4.
the little mini gamepad here. But yeah, I've said this before on the Club Xbox podcast, but this is the generation I feel. So we had generation of 3D with N64 and that kind of stuff. Then we moved to the HD generation. This is the generation of convenience. We got remote play. We got remote download purchases. We've got with Kinect we have Snap and just navigate easier.
Multitasking. Even the Wii U,
yeah.
even the Wii U does some of that. Like you can, I know the Wii U is actually obviously if a console's powerful enough, it can do something. But you can run the eShop while you have a game open, which you couldn't do on the Wii. So I mean, obviously, the hardware is more powerful. You can do more. It's that simple.
Yeah. But
it's always been like
this
that.
This is the most convenient generation we've ever lived in, and it's awesome.
Well, it's only going to get better.
Yeah.
Hopefully it doesn't get worse.
Yeah, I mean the next Nintendo system better have a gamepad-like screen to play stuff on.
I will say, I would be amazed to see Nintendo's next system because
I don't know what they'll do. This is like before we had a clear strategy of, oh yes, the next logical step is to make the Wii better with Wii, and the Wii U is like, where do they go from here? Do they get in a power war with strength? Do they do some different control mechanism? Where do they go from here?
One thing I love about Nintendo is they always do their own thing. They don't give a shit what their competition's doing. They're not going to try. They don't try to be them. They try to be themselves. That's what makes them survive so long.
Yeah, they are unique. That I'll give them that, and that's awesome for them because
that's what makes them survive so long.
It makes it where I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. You're an idiot. Why the heck would we have an Xbox and a PS4? That's stupid, right? You know, for most people, logically, that is.
Well, I think me and you were stupid for having it this early.
Sure,
but
yeah,
next year we'll be loving them.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But the point I'm getting at is Nintendo. You get a Nintendo console, and you get either a PS4 or an Xbox One. That is your first two consoles to get. Then the third one is between a PS4 or Xbox One, depending on which way you sway. So they've always been we're separate, and you need to have our system.
Yeah, that's how it was. Is you'd always have, depending on what you liked, PlayStation or Xbox, you would always have that specific console for third parties and the stuff you like, and then you'd have your Nintendo console. A lot of people do that. So, I mean, a lot of people I know have a PS3 and a Wii, 360 and a Wii. So I think that's going to happen the same. They're going to have a PS4 and a Wii U, or an Xbox One and a Wii U. That's just how it's going to be. But I think the popular choice this generation is going to be PS4. Like I was saying earlier, it's because Sony has learned a lot since the launch of PS3, and they had a very bad launch.
Over this generation, though, the advantage of the Xbox video consumption and all that might sway more of the non-hardcore gamers over to, let's get this Xbox One. It's now at a cheap enough price point, and it does all these cool things to add on to my video experience. So I could see that happening, where PS4 is where all the gamers flee to, but Xbox One may be the de facto for the normals, the Wii people. I don't know.
Well, I will say we've got to give Microsoft some credit here. Is they are catching up way faster than the PS3 did to the 360. I don't mean in terms of sales because they can't do anything to beat it. They haven't beaten the PS4 once this not even in June.
Well, they tied
March.
They tied the Wii U in June. So that was pretty exciting.
I thought that everyone thought the Xbox One was going to outsell the PS4 in March because of Titanfall.
Yep.
Nope.
Nope.
Nope. The PS4 dominated
that month. So
and it did awful in April, and I don't know how it did in May, but in June the PS4 outsold it still, and they dropped it to the same price.
Mm-hmm.
And it's shocking. I mean, it's weird because they altered their they added Games of Gold. they altered their Netflix thing, needing gold bullshit and all that stuff. Basically, they removed Kinect from the box. They're just doing everything they can. They're trying to be PS4 now. That's what they're doing.
They're being very reactive, and a lot of the stuff's really great. Like the deals with gold, it's on par or better in many ways than PSN's been doing with their deals, with retail games at least. And it's a good experience owning an Xbox One. I use that one more than my PS4, mainly because of all the extra bells and whistles. But I prefer the PS4 controller, I gotta say. And once I'm in a game, I could care less about the bells and whistles most of the time, except for if I'm watching a video.
Well, I hate to admit this, because I'd rather people have a PS4 and an Xbox One, because I want everyone to get Uncharted 4. But if you already have a Wii U, because if you don't have any of these consoles, the Wii U is obviously your choice this holiday, in my opinion, because it's the only one that actually has a library. Has games. That's simple. It's actually launched.
Kotaku, it's the only one they recommend, at least for now.
Yeah, well, that's pretty funny. But let's see. But Xbox One has better games this holiday.
Totally agree. It's going to have Sunset Overdrive, nice colorful games. It's going to have the Halo collection, and it's going to
which is a great value for Halo fans and people who have not played the series. So,
what exclusive is coming to Sony this fall?
I don't count Little Big Planet 3 because it's a timed exclusive, because it's coming to PS3 early next year. But the only one that I obviously can count is a game that was supposed to come out on day one, and that's Drive Club.
Oh, that's PS exclusive. Okay.
And all it is a racing game, and every console has a racing game this year.
Yeah, Xbox will have Forza Horizon 2.
Forza, and they all got the crew.
And GTA 5 is going to be out. That's not a racing game, but it's you drive.
It's cars-ish.
You have cars in it.
Yeah. There's cars in it, and Mario Kart's racing. That counts, right? No.
Yeah.
It's not really the racing genre.
Yeah, I love both.
The kart race.
Yeah, but I love both PS4 and the Xbox One. But the Xbox One is my HDMI input number one, because everything just goes through that as my default.
Yeah, I mean it's a useful device for your living room. I will say that. But then again, I would say
if you have a Vita,
the Wii U is as well.
Yeah, if you have a Vita, you got to get that.
One thing I really like is how useful this thing is. Like, if this was in your living room, you got a TV remote right here.
Oh yeah, I've got a program to control my TV. It works really well. I don't have cable, so it's less useful with the TV features. Same with Xbox One, but remote control's really great. I've been using that quite a bit.
So I mean, like you said, this is the convenience generation. I agree with you there, because I've never had such a blast having such a convenient way to play my Nintendo console before.
I'm imagining next generation, like 10 years, it's going to be the generation of we're going to stream every game down to.
We're just going to think it's going to happen.
Yeah.
We're just going to think it in our mind it's going to happen.
Now, do you think mid-generation this time will have a big virtual reality push with Morpheus and Oculus? Will that be it's kind of like the connected mid-generation for Xbox?
I think they're just going to be features that come out.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to be big. My opinion. I could be 100% wrong, but I honestly think I'm right.
I think I'd have a heart attack playing Alien Isolation with VR.
I don't think virtual reality is going to be a thing. I really don't.
I've used
it's something they've been talking about. It's something they've been talking about ever since that Virtual Boy up there, if you can see it.
Oh, you have
Where's
a
the
Virtual Boy. Wow.
It's up in the corner. You can kind of see the controller.
I can kind of see it, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't want to move it too far.
Now, I've played the Oculus Rift at PAX East, and wow, that's amazing. But yeah, it's a very isolating thing where you're all in this headset. Yeah.
Is anyone actually in the chat? I'm curious.
Not right now. So. No, we had some viewers earlier in the show today, but it's not.
Oh, really?
We did, yes.
I'll retweet the link again.
Okay,
cool. Just for fun, I guess.
The other things on my list of notes, just for today's show, to make sure we cover, Journey is coming to the PS4. I've heard only amazing things about this game. Have you played this one? This Journey game?
Oh, Journey. Oh, that's a really fantastic game. That's a really good game. I did not know that was coming to PS4.
Yeah, it'll be playable at Gamescom. Gamescom, I think it's what it's called.
Really?
Yep.
Gamescom is going to be awesome because actually that's a huge thing we should definitely bring up in Club PlayStation, especially as it gets closer.
Yeah.
Gamescom is big for Sony. They announce the best stuff. Honestly, I feel like sometimes they do a better job at Gamescom than E3.
Yeah.
For some reason, it's really big for them, and I'm really excited because I think they're going to talk new IPs again. Like, I think they're going to show Media Molecule's new IP.
When is Gamescom?
They're not working
Do you know,
on.
what month that takes place?
I think mid-August.
Okay.
It's definitely August, but it's going to be like mid-August, I think. Or end of August. It's always in August. But last year it was really big because everyone was expecting a release date for the PS4, and we got it. And that alone made people happy. I'm just like, really? It's just like, that's a...
You knew it was coming this fall. Now,
It's, like, it's just like, why is that all you cared about? It's like, what about all the awesome stuff they just showed?
yeah.
But
Now, Xbox announced their August update will include 3D Blu-ray playback. And 2 days after they announced it, PlayStation announced, wait, we can do that too. We invented Blu-ray, so yeah, we're gonna put that in too. So
yeah, they literally uppercutted them and went, next week, because they just released an update for PS4, like 1.74, and they're already doing 1.75, which is the Blu-ray.
well, it feels like
playback.
Sony is just like, we're gonna be lazy until we have to react to Microsoft. It's like, I don't know.
This is coming. It's okay. Well, guess what? It's coming to PS4. It's a really heated battle right now, and it's funny because I don't know what it is that's attracting people to PS4. Because honestly,
the interface is not as good in my mind because the way the interface works, it's just the most recent game. And if you go to library, it combines your apps and your games. I want separate. I want apps and games and libraries.
I don't even know what they're using right now to convince people to buy a PS4. Xbox One, same price. PS4, same price. Neither of them have games.
It's perception. It's all perception.
It's just like, at this point, you think Xbox would start selling because of its name, but PS4 is still outselling it. I don't even know what's going on.
The perception is out there that PS4 is the gamer's box that's more powerful, and all
it
those
is.
things.
It is technically more powerful, but the specs are so
I don't notice
close.
the difference. I can't see the difference. I'm too old at 26 to see the difference.
It really makes no sense. The specs are at a point where it's the exact same, except the PS4 has DDR5 RAM instead of DDR3. That's the only difference. Same amount of RAM too. So everything else is the same. It's the same exact specs. So it's funny when people do bring up the PS4 is more powerful. It's just like barely.
Yeah, to me,
It's just like what?
To me, it's all about what game is on what platform and what controller do I like better. And the bigger factor in many things.
That's like if it's like the same conversation if like you had 2 pennies and I had 3, so you should
richer.
die.
Yeah.
You're a useless human being. It's just like, it's kind of like the same thing. People make it seem like the power of these consoles are the only things that matter, in my opinion. And I know I'm kind of biased here because of how much of a Nintendo fan I am, but the Wii U, in my opinion, is going to be the best console this gen.
I agree.
But
the games will prove it out.
I think it's all about the games, in my opinion. That's one thing I actually like about Nintendo is they always promote that it's about the games. It's about the games. That's why Wii U was successful, and they back it up. They've been proving it. They have a steady lineup for this year and a steady lineup for next year. They always have a steady lineup, except for the first half a year a console launches.
As did
it's boring.
Sony
as hell,
Microsoft did not have a steady lineup this year either.
Well, compared to the Wii U's first year, the PS4 is a joke because it's literally getting a timed exclusive and a driving game.
Yeah, it had Infamous.
That pisses me off. But people saying, well, Destiny's a reason. But like, yeah, but you can get all that same exclusive content on Destiny on PS3. So if you already have a PS3, why upgrade to a PS4?
So,
it's also on
exclusive
360
content,
and Xbox One.
I could care less about exclusive content. These
It's
games
just
are
skins or something.
These games are so big as it is. I don't have time for your exclusive content. I really don't.
And it's so dumb. Oh my god, that brings me up to another GameStop story, how they want to buy certain parts of the games.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
And then
Oh my
if you
god.
pre-order Alien Isolation at GameStop, you get another DLC that you don't get if you pre-order. That stuff needs to go away.
Yeah, that stuff is so stupid too.
Or let me, with Best Buy, I'd love to be able to have all digital and get the Gamers Club discounts for digital downloads, but that's not going to happen anytime soon.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. All this crap is like, just I agree with you. It needs to go away. It shouldn't be a thing.
Should not.
It's ridiculous that it is a thing.
So the last news story I have from this week that caught my eye was Sony America has agreed to a $15 million settlement for the 2001 PSN hacking that affected 77 million users' data that was compromised. What they're doing to make those people settled with this agreement is they'll offer a game of choice on PS3 or PSP, or 3 months of PS Plus. The games that have been announced so far is Dead Nation, Infamous, Little Big Plants, Super Stardust HD, and Rain. This is US only. I'd say the 3 months of PS Plus would be the better thing to go with, quite honestly.
Yeah, this is something I believe they're offering next year for settlement.
Were you affected by this by any chance?
No, I didn't jump on to PlayStation until after PSN came back up. It was like literally a few days after it came back up. I got a PS3.
That's pretty hilarious. Like, they just had their big hack. They're probably as safe as they can be because of that just happened. Yeah.
It's just like, time to buy a PS3. It's just like, well, actually, the reason why it was taken down was because of the reason why it was taken down mainly was because they had to completely rebuild their network. That's what it was. Like, yeah. It wasn't. They didn't actually like get hacked, and people didn't like lose their credit card information. There's this one guy who said he did, but the things that he said that that he lost his credit card information, the things were getting shipped to his house, so he was clearly lying. So I mean, like, just like, no, it's just like, dude, shut up.
That's crazy.
Like, he was literally lying. Like, things were getting shipped to his house, and he said someone stole my credit card information. So people looked into it, and it was like, the things that got stolen were purchased with his card and were shipped to his house. So, I mean, like, you're telling me you didn't notice all this shit got shipped to your house? Yeah. It's like, really? It's like, shut up.
So, the PS3, it's kind of crazy. You can only buy bundles in this late of its life. And it's basically $270 for a PS3. There isn't. I figure by now we'd have $200 last gen consoles. You know, that would seem like a reasonable price for those.
It was rumored at E3 that The Last Guardian was coming out this year. Oh my God! Don't get me started on that game.
Yeah.
And it was, and the PS3 would be getting dropped to $200 and bundled with it.
That would be
which
cool.
would be an amazing bundle, because
on Black Friday you could get a 360 for $99. I missed out on that deal.
Well, you see,
this year we'll have that, I'm sure.
I actually consider the Xbox 360 like one of the worst consoles of all time within the PS2, Xbox, Wii, GameCube, PS3, 360, and current gen. I consider it like probably the worst because it literally was a clone of the PS3. Made you pay for online. It had no exclusives.
Really? Okay. Yeah, except for Halo, of course.
Except for like Halo and Gears and like Fable, which you can get on PC. But basically, it was, in my opinion, it's like the worst one of the worst modern consoles, which I consider modern up to like GameCube stuff.
Yeah, I go with GameCube. GameCube games look good still. They look modern.
I say like modern times, like within the last decade. I consider the last 15 years, I should say. I consider the Xbox 360 one of the worst because it literally is just a clone of the PS3. That literally has.
I mean, the 360 launched first, so wouldn't the PS3 clone the?
Good one. Technically, now I don't even know.
PS3 cloned the Xbox, technically. Yeah.
Well, yeah, if you think about it, I mean, like, that is true, but it just really annoys me in general because
playing for online is still annoying to mine. I only put up with it now because you get these.
I'm not saying it's a bad console. I'm just saying compared to the PS3, it's nothing special because it didn't even have that many exclusives.
It had Perfect Dark Zero.
I will say though, it did have a way better launch than the PS3's launch. The PS3's launch was a joke. And
Sure.
oh my god, that thing was a huge joke. And Sony knew that, so that's why the PS4 was so successful. That's why I think PS5 will flunk. Because the PS4 success.
Well,
Because
there you go on. Yeah. Well, the
a
Wii U.
company gets cocky when they do good, and they do crappy because they think they can just like do what they want. It's like, why can't you just realize that there's a certain point where consumers are gonna buy your shit, and if you go beyond that line just because you think you're God, and you can do whatever the hell you want, you're gonna realize, oh shit.
Yeah, Microsoft had that happen to them, and they backed off.
Yeah, that's why they're like, let's do whatever we want. Yeah, let's make it so, used games can't happen. Let's make it so this needs to be connected every 24 hours. And then let's let Sony completely, brutally murder us at E3 that year.
Yeah, that's
That's
what happened.
exactly what happened.
Yeah, they had
So-
arrogance. But yeah, it's Nintendo's time to shine next gen, right? Because
In my opinion, because
they've been getting so beat up this gen, right?
because they're the only one who has a game library, but it depends on what you consider. This is basically just an opinion. The Wii U is going to be the best, blah blah blah. Sales say otherwise.
Yeah, I
So-
say best games, but as the box I always have turned on, it's the Xbox and PlayStation. I still use pretty much daily because of different games I have for that one. It's all about games and the friends.
I use my Wii U every day. I don't use my PS4 or Xbox One. It's just
Yep.
how it is for me. But I do love PlayStation consoles, as I was saying. Like, I got a huge Naughty Dog collection right here. Like, I got this thing. This is a PAX East exclusive from 2013. You had to beat the 30-minute demo.
Oh, wow.
You had to beat the demo in 30 minutes to get this. It was actually really challenging. These things are actually rare. You can't get these anymore.
Yeah,
So this is one of my prized Naughty Dog collection possessions, even though it's just a
a brick.
squishy brick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when I get this PS3, this PS3, I think I'm gonna go through Naughty Dog from start to finish and tell you as I go through and see what I think of these things.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I honestly think that you'll enjoy them. Uncharted is one of the most popular franchises of
Yep.
last gen. Arguably the most popular of last gen, but
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think that's a good show. It's a good place to start level 1, and it's 5:00, so the Destiny Moon
Oh, wow.
levels are now up.
oh,
So
nice.
we got 2 hours until that closes until the game comes out. So.
Wow, that was actually really cool. I mean, so these are gonna be weekly, right?
Yeah, weekly. We're gonna shoot for Saturday as our day to do them. We do Club Xbox. If you're new to the shows, we do Club Xbox Friday night. Club PlayStation's gonna be a Saturday show, and Club Nintendo on Sunday nights. So we're gonna find a good regular time to do this. I want to do this early. This for the first time.
I'd be pretty good on Club Nintendo. I'm just saying.
We will sub you in every now and then, as we will John from Club Xbox, because I know you're a huge Nintendo guy, as is John, and so yeah, it's good to have some extras to fall back on when schedules get crazy.
We should do like a actual special episode where we have all the club guys in one Club Nintendo one.
That'd be excellent. That'd be huge. Hangout supports it, so we could do a big
Well, yeah,
person show.
Yeah, we could just do one or something.
Yeah.
Just
So.
share our immediate thoughts, and I feel like that'd be a really good one because I feel I have a lot more to say about Nintendo than PlayStation. As much as I love PlayStation for Naughty Dog, so
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you'll have to add the other hosts onto your Nintendo network so we can Smash Brothers and Mario Kart. That'd be pretty awesome.
oh yeah, definitely. So this was really cool. I'm looking forward to making more of these with you.
Yeah, absolutely. So check out the website's not yet up, but clubxboxpodcast.com and the Nintendo Club Podcast.com. There's calendars on those pages, and that's where you can find when the live events are going on. I'll be putting up, scheduled Twitch streams, scheduled game nights, and of course the shows. And that's where you'll find the time for Club PlayStation when we figure that out for a regular time. And thanks everyone for watching this week. Dan, where can folks find you on the interwebs? What's your handle everywhere?
My Twitter is @NaughtyDogForLife, as it's written on the screen.
Okay, very cool.
It's a 4, not the word 4, just the number 4. So I'm pretty sure it'll be in the description or something as well.
Okay.
I mainly just use my Twitter, but I also have a YouTube channel, but it's been dead for a
Been
few
abandoned.
years.
Yeah.
I've used to do Let's Plays on it, and I've abandoned them for now. But I'm planning on coming
With
back to
the
Let's Playing.
easy clipping and sharing on Xbox and PlayStation, it's fun to do that. Do
Yeah, I mean,
uploads of
I
clips.
yeah, I can still upload some stuff and things like that because they make it so convenient. But it's not like actual original content. It's just recorded footage. So
Now, would you like to share any of your gaming network handles for people to add you there, or I don't know how open you
I
are about
would-
that one?
feel free to add me on my Nintendo Network ID, Miiverse, Pikmologist, Pikmologist. I always spell it out for people.
Yep, Pikmin, and then Ologies.
Pikmologist, yeah. That's the same for my Xbox Live gamer tag, and that's my PSN. So,
Cool.
and my Twitter is the only thing that's different. It's Naughty Dog for life. So
Okay, awesome, Dan. Thank you so
that's
much for
mainly where you can find me.
awesome. Thank you so much for doing the show with me. I'm very excited for the future. This is
Oh yeah,
good starts. Yeah.
I feel like this one was kind of a last minute deciding for me because I just said, hey, this is a cool idea. He said I want to do this, and you said, okay, well, I usually record. I want to record them on Saturdays. You up for doing it today? So it was kind of a last minute thing. I feel like we'd be more prepared for next time and everything.
Yeah, definitely. So
that
yeah,
it'll be a lot more fun.
Absolutely, and I'm looking forward to regular program. We got Friday, Saturday, Sunday night, all different clubs to check out. So
Oh yeah, definitely. And I actually have some other ideas for other content too. So
excellent.
I'll share secret stuff. I'll share it with you after.
Okay, sounds good. My handle is TCHATEN, and you'll find the audio version of this in iTunes sometime next week. And thank you for watching live or watching after the fact. And we'll be back next Saturday for another edition of Club PlayStation. Thanks for watching. Bye.